welcome back to another deck profile. Today is a glorious day because we finally got our main dragon back, Tidal, one of the dragon rulers. You guys have already seen this box before. It's just the Mermail one, the Trident, and the I believe this is Neptibus's armor. That's what I tried to base it off of. Yeah, let's hop right into it. This list isn't too different from my last one, except for the couple changes, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. As well as the ban list, you know, some of the extra deck changed very slightly. Yeah, let's go with 3 Neptibus. Of course, you always run this at 3. Why wouldn't you? It's the best card in the deck. No questions. Then we play 3 Dragoons, because again, you only play this at 3 for all the searching power that it provides when it's discarded or sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect. All the Atlanteans. I do play 3 heavy infantry. I realize that not everyone does this, but I really like the face-up destruction that it has, which is why I only play the 1 marksman, because this one does face downs, this one does face ups. You could definitely bump this down to 1 or 2 if you wanted to, 100% fine. Just my preference. Then we play 2 Megalo. You only play 2 now, and you've only played 2 for a while. It gets a little bricky when there's 3 of them, but you can always search this with the Dragoons because it's the Sea Serpent. The discarding power that it has, you can pitch any of the Atlanteans for their effects or other cards in here as well. And the other effect is, of course, to send a attack position water monster to the graveyard, and then it can attack twice, or tributes the attack position water monster, and then this card can attack twice. And also, when it's special summoned off of that first effect, you get a search for an abyss spell or trap. Play 3 Bisteus. I've been thinking about playing this at 2. Yeah, it's a discard free special summon, but there's a better one that you'll see in a second. Pretty good. Definitely not bad. Yeah, you discard a card, or discard a water monster, and you get to add a level 4 Mermail monster from your deck to your hand. The 2 that we have for that target is Bis Pike and Gund. Actually, I'll bring this over here. Pike and Gund. Pike, when he's normal or special summon, granted he's really hard to special summon sometimes, he can discard a water monster to the graveyard and then add a level 3 or lower, or level 3 water monster from your deck, which is Gund and Marksman. Gun, when it's sent to the graveyard, discarded specifically, you can target 1 Mermail monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Usually you can kind of do something like this, where you have Megalo, and you discard these 2, and then it special summons Teus off of that. So, pretty cool. And then you can make a rank 7 with Megalo and Teus. Lapis Dragon. Whenever you search this, it is a Sea Serpent, so it can be searched by Dragoons. It special summons itself from the hand for free. It sucks when you draw into it, which is why you only play 1. Deep Sea Diva, of course. I like my 3 different rarities I'm rocking here. Yeah, Deep Sea Diva is also amazing. It's basically another copy of Prince, but even better because you do level 2 tuner, level 1, and then a level 7 pretty easily, any of the level 7s. And you can very easily make a level 10 synchro, which you already know what the 2 level 10s are. Ice Jade Ran, this card is amazing. It's too good, almost. Discard any water monster, and that includes the Atlanteans, and they get their effects off. It's such a good card. And it's another free level 10 synchro, because it summons a token off of itself. Then we are playing Deep Sea Minstrel. I only play 2. It is a tuner, but the effect that we care about is discarding this and then another water monster. So again, the Atlanteans or Gund. To look at your opponent's hand and then banish 1 till the end phase, but you get complete hand knowledge off of this card. So it's really, really strong. Then for some one-ofs, we play one Game Seal. It's very hard to see. That light is glaring like crazy. Yes. Plate 1. I'll do that. There we go. Gamma Seal. Free Kaiju. It's really good. Get rid of some problematic cards. I only play 1. You can up it to 2 or 3 if you wanted, like taking out a heavy infantry for another Gamma Seal, something like that. Might work pretty well. Molinglacia, of course. Level 5. Or, I'm sorry, you need to have 5 water monsters in a graveyard to have this go off, but you can have a lot of graveyard manipulation with this deck, so, and it's searchable because it's a Sea Serpent, a Dragoons again, so it's very easy and consistent to discard 2 cards out of your opponent's hand with Molinglacia. Fishborg Launcher. If this card gets at the graveyard, and then if you have a monster, if all of them are water, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but it banishes when it leaves the field. But it's a free level 1 tuner that special summons itself. You can use it for a couple different things like links and synchros. And of course, the Man of the Hour, Tidal. Very nice to have this card back. Finally, after God, how long? Forever. It does a couple different things, which works well in this deck. Is if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can banish a total of 2 water monsters and or dragon type, which we don't care about, from your hand or graveyard, then special summon this card, but it does, during your opponent's end phase, it goes back to the hand, which isn't a horrible thing, but honestly, a lot of the time you can do some pretty funny stuff with this, where you can go Tidal to the other effect that it does is if this card was special summon, no, sorry, where is it? Jeez. Where the hell is it? Oh, you can discard this card and 1 water monster to the graveyard, send 1 monster to the graveyard. The obvious target for this is going to be Fishborg Launcher, because it does not trigger the Atlanteans. Unfortunately, to activate a water monster's effect, they have very specific wording on that. So the obvious choice is Fishborg Launcher, which gets you into some more extending. And then also the first effect of discarding this and a water monster, that will trigger the Atlanteans. So you can have Tidal and Dragoons in your hand and pitch Dragoons to send Launcher, and then these both end up in the graveyard. This gets you Search, and then you can special summon this after that. So really good. And you can just keep doing that with Tidal too, as long as it's not banished, of course. But you can also banish some of the other ones that you're not really going to get recursion out of, you know, like Minstrel and Diva or something like that, or Lapis, and banish them off to get a free special summon to body, link them off again, and synchro. So, yeah, really good. Or Xyz, because he's a level 7, just like the other Mermails, and Aerogene. So, yeah, that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. Like I said, very nice to have Tidal back. Been missing him for a minute. It's been a long time. Almost 10 years. Or 9 years, 8 years, something like that. It's been a long, long time. So for these spells, we have you. Now I see that this is a little shocking to some people that I play 2 of them, but it's honestly nice to pick between the spell and trap, or trap and spell. And you can boost Megalo up to 4,000 attack, and then he can attack twice, so that's game alone with him. So it's pretty cool. I really like it, but I get why some people would not like it. So I'm not oblivious to that. I play the 3 Pot of Avarice. This really, 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 really helps with the grind game. You can shuffle back all of your Dragoons, because these go by in like 1 turn. The first turn, you use all 3 of them. So you can shuffle them back to get more searches, and then reset some of the other stuff. So this kind of resets a lot of things. And then drawing 2 is, of course, great as well. Play 2 Small World. This works pretty well. If you draw like a dead hand, this can definitely fix it in a lot of cases. Then I play 1 Deep Sea Aria, banish 1 water monster from your graveyard, add a level 4 lower sea serpent. Again, really solid. Search out Deep Sea Diva or Prince. Monster Reborn and Call by. Just standard spells. You can swap some of this stuff out if you want, like probably, you know, these 3 for whatever you really like Lightning Storm, Ash Blossoms, you know, things like that. A lot of the stuff is preference. But that is it for the main deck. Let's go right into the extra deck. For the link cards, we are playing Zelantis. Really solid 4 to go into in case of some emergencies. Starboy, Coral Anemone, and Lacia. These are our other links. This is just for some more attack. This is to extend yourself a little bit more and get another body on the field sometimes. With 2k attack, it's not horrible, but Lacia really helps with giving your monsters some more attack, just like Miss Starboy, but you do have to put her at the top here and have her point at the specific cards. And then also, she has some interactions on your opponent's turn to discard a card. Is it discard a card? Send 1 card from your hand, so yeah, I guess. And then you get to add a Mermail. Pretty good. And for the synchros, we are playing Dragite, Spell and Trap Negate, of course, always really good. Tatsunoko is really nice in this deck because Prince and Diva make that immediately, and then you can synchro something from your hand, and really good. Psychic End, our level 11, is really nice. Whale, and of course, our 2 level 10s. Our 2 level 10 synchros. These are both really insane cards, honestly. And especially if you get the 2 of them. I've said this a dozen times, but if you get the 2 of these on the field, it's really, really difficult to get rid of. Gaios. Gaios are rank 7, and so is Big Eye. You do have to be careful with Gaios' effect. Yes, it's really good to stop your opponent from level 5 and higher monsters cannot attack, but that applies to you as well. So if you bring him out with Mermail, I wish it just said your opponent. That this card would have been so much better. Because even Megalo is a level 7, and he can't attack when you have him on the field. So I feel like that was a really odd design choice, just to make it a blanket effect. I don't know why they did that, but he's still good. And, you know, the negates that he has as well for anything that has less attack than him is really good. I'm playing Kragan. You can definitely swap this out for maybe a Bahamut and 2 Toads if you wanted to. 100% fine. You know, swapping some of this stuff out for, like, you can swap out Tatsunoko if you wanted to. A couple of these cards, like Big Eye maybe. But this is just what I liked. Is Kragan and Spawn. And there's my token. But yeah, that's it. Very glad to have our boy back. There he is, Tidal. And let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one.